What's up, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys? My name is SQUISHYUNICORN and welcome to my channel. So, it's a bit of a different video today. As you guys know, if you're familiar with the channel, that I have been playing some more scary games. We did Outlast and we did Blair Witch. Now, I've just recently finished Blair Witch, but I wanted to make a video on it because there's a lot of hate going on about it. I've seen on Twitter and stuff, people all are complaining about the glitches and stuff. To be fair, yes, I had my fair share of glitches. But all in all, I think personally, a lover of horror games, I think personally that this game is probably 10 out of 10 when it comes to jump scares. Now, yes, okay, it's tedious where you constantly keep going around and round, you're constantly like looping all the time. But there is places where you go along, you pick up stuff, you progress through the story and stuff like that. The dialogue's pretty good as well. You kind of lose track when you're about halfway through. You kind of lose track on what's what and what's going on. You do pick up notes during the game, and you kind of get confused. Myself got confused on who the notes were referring to, because it was kind of like psychology notes, like from a psychologist, or like a therapy kind of person, which are the two same things. But you know, we'll just move on from that. And obviously, as you guys know, it's not based off the films, but the concept of it kind of is. But this time with the game, you actually have a companion. You have like a service dog with you. Try not to drop too many spoilers in. So if you haven't played the game, don't watch the video, or watch it and just mute myself. But yeah, you're this guy. You're Ellis. I think he's 9 years old. Little boy goes missing. His name's Peter. He goes missing in the Black Hill Forest. And Ellis basically joins in with the search with people already out there with the local sheriff. Now, Ellis does have a service dog. His name's Bullet. And you kind of go on this journey together. You've kind of got to look after him, to have a rapport with him, for depending on, I think there's about 3 or 4 endings to the game. Depending on how you treat the dog will depend on how the ending you get. I got a pretty bog standard ending. I mean, I constantly paid a lot of attention to Bullet, so I don't know if that gave me that ending. I like to think not, because I probably could have had a better ending. But basically, yeah, so you're Ellis and you've got to go along. You've got to solve puzzles, find things and stuff like that to progress in the game. So it does get tedious. I'm not going to lie, it does get tedious, because you're constantly doing, it's like repetition, because obviously in the film you go around in circles basically, don't you? And that's pretty much like in the game, you go around in circles. But you do come to, I think it's about the last hour of the game. Now, it's about 6 hours long, I've read. I don't know if I took 6 hours. I could have took longer because there was a few places where it glitched and I got stuck. But there are a few jump scares. But I feel, me personally, that the main part of the game, when it comes to the most eeriness, is when you arrive at the house. Like I said, I don't want to drop too many spoilers, but it's like the last section of the game. You go to the house. And for me, that part was the most scariest, because you're literally, your character's got a camera, you've got a torch attached to your camera, and you're walking around. Literally, it is pitch black. There's no lights whatsoever, whereas earlier on in the game there are like few sections of in the woods that you come across is it like a lit area. The monsters in it, I say monsters, the monsters in it probably doesn't fit with the game, if that makes sense. So they kind of, for me, they were kind of odd for being in the woods. So I didn't really grasp that on the baddie side. But it's a game, I suppose you have to have like monsters, I suppose. Well, not monsters, but you know, you kind of got to have enemies in the game. But for me, those enemies didn't fit, and I found it a bit odd. But nonetheless, it was I had a few jump scares with them, and I had a few jump scares in the woods. But all in all, I think what made the game was the last hour and a half, maybe 2 hours when you arrive at the house. I think for me, that's when I was at my most on the edge, scared. Like, you know, like I said, I had plenty of jump scares in the house. Yeah, so for me, the game is 10 out of 10. Absolutely spot on, for the eeriness, for the anticipation of waiting for something to happen, and because obviously you're in the woods, it's dark, it all adds up, and I was constantly on the edge waiting for something to happen all the time. And for me, playing a game like that, and the jump scares really got me. And I mean, I don't mean like, oh, you know, it really, like, to my core, it got me. I'll put a video up, I'll put a compilation together on the jump scares of the game. But like when I played Outlast, the jump scares were nothing compared to Blair Witch. If you want a game to jump at, to properly feel on the edge of your seat, if you don't mind the waiting in the park, like obviously finding yourself through the woods, some of the dialogue is a bit long-winded, but it kind of makes sense, so it's needed, that dialogue, if that makes sense. But if you can stomach all that for the jump scares, I think this game is, like I said, for me, this game's 10 out of 10. But like I say, if you want a real good jump scare, get the game, play it, let me know, smash a comment down below. Even smash a comment down below if you have played it. And if you disagree, smash a comment down below, let me know. Everyone's open to to their opinion. But for me personally, as an individual playing horror games, this game is definitely spot on for the jump scares. Absolutely, because they come out, you're on edge anyway, because it's dark, because you're in an eerie place, you've only got a camcorder, or you've only got a flashlight, you know, and you're constantly, when you're in the woods, you're constantly worrying about Bullet, your dog, like, is he close, is he not, so all those factors mounts up, it puts you on edge. And for those jump scares, they really, really, really got me. So if you want a game, I highly recommend Blair Witch to make you crap your pants. Like, seriously, crap your pants. For me, it's totally crap my pants. But like, you know, everybody has their own, their own take on it. There's some people out there who might absolutely think it's complete and utter load of rubbish. But for me personally, and for the people that was watching me, because I was doing it on a stream, everybody even said that how good the game was, but it does get tedious in some places. But if you can hold on in there, Blair Witch is a perfect game for your jump scares. And as Halloween is closing in, Halloween, play that in the dark on your sofa. You will be scared. And if you're not, then I take my hat off to you. You're braver than me. But for me, I was not brave. I completely and utter crap myself on many occasions. And my viewers, they laughed. Didn't you, Lisa? Didn't you, Garrett? George, Jane, all of you. But no, on a serious note, for me, the game, definitely a 10 out of 10. If it is a scare factor you want, or a jump scare that you want, definitely go for Blair Witch. Highly recommended. They are big bugs as well. I had to restart my game probably 3 or 4 times. I had to restart my game, and at one point it took me to a completely, like, I think I wasn't meant to be there area of the game, because I followed Bullet. It took me to this river, and I fell in the river and I couldn't get back out. So I literally had to reload my checkpoint, and it obviously it kept putting me back there, not in the river, but back on the bank. It kept putting me, but I was trying to find my way back out because I was in a completely area that I probably wasn't meant to be in. But don't go in thinking it's if you go in and buy the game, or it's on Xbox on Game Pass. You know, if you've got Game Pass, it's free. So, well, it's not technically free, but you know what I mean. You know, you're not technically paying out for the game. If you go in with an open mind, don't expect amazing things from the game, because it's not. The graphic wise, I don't think the graphics are too bad, you know. I mean, a lot of people were knocking the graphics, but I don't think they're too bad. I've seen worse, definitely, for the game and the price that it is. A game that you think is going to be absolutely amazing in respect of the way, the mechanics of it. No bugs. The graphics are amazing. So don't go in thinking all those are going to be all fantastic, because they're not going to be. But if you can play it and see past the bugs and see past the graphics, and obviously, like I said, the frustration of going around aimlessly trying to find what you've got to do next, and completely going in circles, if you can see all past that, then I really recommend that you pick up the game and give it a shot, because I'm telling you now, if you play that on your sofa, in the dark, lights off, which technically would imply in the dark, but anyway, if you can do that, it's a game for you, definitely. I recommend it to everybody. It's a good game, and it scared me, and I had nightmares, but hey, it's a good game. So guys, that is my take on Blair Witch. Probably rambled on too much, but hey, it's me. So guys, take it easy, be good, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao for now, peeps.